Welcome to lesson 21, and in this one we are going to be talking about meal prep. You cook now, you eat later, so saving time with meal prep. I did not learn about this much before I had lost the weight and have been able to maintain it. I basically cooked food and maybe had one day of leftovers, and I really never bulk cooked the way I've been doing it now. But because I'm cooking from scratch and it takes so much time to prepare the food, and it makes a huge mess in the kitchen because you're using a lot of pans. I evolved it to become what it is now, where I do a batch cooking for multiple days, and now I'm learning how to prepare meals ahead of time. Now, I don't really prepare the same meal every time, and every time I cook it looks different depending on what I bought, what I feel like eating. Pretty much every meal I have some type of potato, either the sweet potato or white potatoes. And so that's my starch, and I don't overeat that, so I don't have a whole lot of it, but it is a nice change from everything being meat and vegetables, basically. And so I just went out and bought a bunch of containers, and I've got some of the glass containers too. And so I just divide up the foods. In my cooking video, I show how to divide it up, and then they're already prepared. But a lot of times I'll just leave them in the big containers. And so all my asparagus is one part of the container. And then I've got my Brussels sprouts and I've got my carrots. And then I will just bring out all of the big containers, get my plate out, and then decide what I want to eat. A lot of times I'll do it that way, but I work from home, so I can do it that way. If you go off to work or you have to leave, then it makes sense to maybe prepare them ahead of time, and then they're right ready. I never microwave in plastic. I always put it on a plate, and then I put another plate over top of it when I'm microwaving it to heat it up. But if you don't want to use the microwave, you can put it in the oven to heat it up, put it in a toaster oven to heat it up, or even heat it in a frying pan on the stove, whatever you're going to be eating. That's basically the meal prep, where you either put it on your plate from all of the big containers, or you divide it all up, and then this is lunch, this is supper, if you're just eating 2 meals a day. Now, in the cooking video, ironically, I really got carried away, and I don't talk about it because this is after the fact, but that took us 7 days to eat. There was a lot of food, and there wasn't as many people in the house. There's people coming and going, and so not everybody was eating all of that food. So it was a lot of food. So when you follow that cooking video, if you follow everything, that's going to serve a lot of people, the amount that I cooked. I wanted to actually show you types of foods, and in doing that I had a lot. So it's hard to cook the 20 varieties of fruits and vegetables if there's just one of you at home, for instance. So maybe alternate it, that one week you're eating 10 types and the next week you're eating the other 10 types, just so that you have a variety over several weeks is a good idea. And multiple types of meat. I try to have 4 to 5 types of meat over a two-week time frame as well. So learn more about the meal prep by watching the last video in the cooking class videos. The next module number 8, we're going to be talking all about eating out, going on vacation, and what do you drink when everyone else is drinking alcohol, those kinds of things we're going to be talking about in module 8. And the first lesson in module 8, lesson 22, we're talking about cheat meals. I don't want to use the word cheat, but I think everyone knows what that means. It means it's not what your diet is recommending. So for me, a cheat meal would be chocolate, 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 and maybe some soft candy. Now, yes, I have these in the house, but these were for the videos, so I'm not going to be eating them because I've said I'm not eating chocolate for 365 days because I put 5 pounds on at Christmas and I can't stop chocolate. So chocolate's off limits for the next year. But I'm going to show you an idea that you can do when you are out with other people and they give you something that is really hard to resist and what you can do about it. So we're going to talk about that in the next lesson. Hope to see you there.